Hello my good friends and welcome to episode 108 of One Credit Classic. This week I've got a belter for you on the Sega Mark III, but before we get started with that, it's time to thank some of you great people who have supported this endeavour on Patreon. I am getting dangerously close to my gaming PC now. I mean, another couple of months I'll have it. I'm dead excited. So to that end, thank you very much to the following truly great people: Justin Timpot Gamer, Chris Lewis, Prince Watercrest, Brad Wharton, Striker Caden, JT Harkey, Kelvin Cusack, Simon Nelson, Michael Croker, Alex Cassidy, Aaron Chatfield, Townscave, James Capper, Stephen Griffiths, Mike Gammon, Chris Dabnor, David McNamara, Robert Farley and Nicholas O'Neill. Thank you good people so much, and obviously the rest of you Patreon folk. Like I say, we've got about 40 people now. Patreon costs as little as £1.50 a month, that's $2, and for that you get a bonus video every week, free stuff in the post, enter into exclusive competitions, all kinds of stuff like that. And this season's multi-part long play, which is happening on Saturdays, is Super Mario Kart, which is really cool. If you want to just chuck me some cash instead of going on Patreon, then go on, there's a paypal.me link at the bottom. It's paypal.me/OneCreditClassic. You can chuck some cash if you'd like. The Amazon affiliate scheme, we've got one of those as well. There's a link in the description box. If you shop on Amazon, then use that link whenever you do, and we'll get a percentage every time you buy something, and it won't cost you anything extra. So save that link and get shopping. That is cool, actually. I get like vouchers and stuff for that. I use it to buy kind of cables and, you know what I mean, like bits and pieces of stuff that breaks like on a day-to-day basis. And one final thing, that's a new thing for this season. We've got a discount code for an amazing new site, lostarcade.co.uk. Awesome guys, awesome merchandise. It's the kind of stuff that I hate saying we people, because I mean, like, anybody can watch this and everybody could watch this, but if you're kind of like me and you're kind of late 30s, early 40s, and you were kind of born in the 80s and grew up in the early 90s, then I mean, it's everything that you kind of want, really. There's a link in the description box below, and if you click on that, it'll automatically take you to the site with the code in. The code itself is OneCredit10. That is ONECRDIT, all in capitals, and then 10. Put that in the coupon box at the end for 10% off. And yeah, check the stuff out. It's incredible, and it's a perfect fit for everything we're trying to do here, which is cool. So go support them, because yeah, they're a great bunch of people. Okay, well, that's housekeeping. Over to the matter in hand. So if any of you good people were here for episode 4, which is 3 years ago nearly, that's unreal, innit? You'll remember I did a scrolling beat 'em up for the Master System called Black Belt, and I talked about how this was a localization, a North American and European localization. Well, what we're going to do is play the game that it was kind of based on. We're going to play Hokuto no Ken, so Fist of the North Star. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? Like, it's a perfect kind of crystallization of everything that was cool about, like, that whole kind of manga kind of scene, kind of back then, really. This came out in Japan on July 20th, 1986 by Sega for the Sega Mark III, which was the console that was then westernized into the Master System, basically. It's a side-scrolling action game that follows the events depicted in the first TV series, from Kenshiro's battle against Shin and his gang to his final showdown with Rao. The game consists of side-scrolling levels, like if you've seen the other one, where the player must reach the goal while defeating numerous enemy grunts and sub-bosses along the way, leading to one-on-one battles with the stage bosses. And they take the form of kind of a one-on-one fighting game, kind of like if you move left, you don't turn left, you know what I mean? You just walk backwards. Despite featuring similar gameplay, it's not related to the Toei video game version of Hokuto no Ken for the Famicom, which came out a few months later. And the game's lead programmer was Yuji Naka, who would later be known for his work on Sonic the Hedgehog. And yeah, one other thing, you've probably seen, if you're on Patreon level 4, you'll have seen the picture, and I'll put the picture up on the thingy. The actual artwork itself features Ray, but he doesn't actually appear kind of in the game. Fist of the North Star, for me, I kind of played this a couple of times after I'd done Black Belt and noticed that there were certain differences. But I was right at the start when I just had a world of possibilities with games. Do you know what I mean? And I was just had a big list of things I wanted to do, and then it was my good friend Mr. Hayden Hughes who dropped me a line a bit ago and said about doing this. And I was like, do you know what? That would be pretty sick, wouldn't it? I started playing through it, and I was like, man, I remembered like some of the strategies, but there's some of the stuff that's completely different. Like, some of the bosses are completely different, and obviously, like there's elements of it that are the same, but I mean, there's kind of the overall look of it and feel of it is kind of quite different. Like, it makes me realise that they made the Western version a bit easier, to be honest with you, because there's a number of things. There's like glitches that don't work, and you don't get like you have to spawn like energy and invincibility rather than it just appearing like you do. You have to jump in certain places and do certain things to kind of spawn it. Me with Fist of the North Star, I remember watching the martial arts film with I want to say it had Gary Daniels in it in the kind of late night in the mid to late 90s when me, my friends Matt Baker, Jim Murray, and Martin Tran went on a run of seemingly a quest, a noble one as well, of watching every terrible martial arts film from the late 80s to like the mid 90s via the medium of hiring them from the video shop. So that was the order of the day then. Do you know what I mean? We're all about 15, 16 and we'd all pile around my house and play video games and do you know what I mean, drink tea and watch these terrible martial arts films. It was all transport really, but I mean, well, everybody knows that. But that was the top and bottom of it. We saw Fist of the North Star then. And it wasn't until I went to university that I started kind of going out and kind of partying a little bit. I'd come in at like 2 in the morning, and my good friend I was chatting to the other day, actually, Mr. Daniel Sanzeri, I went out with quite a lot at university. We'd like come in hammered from this student night, and we'd kip over at my place, and then I live with my mum, and then go to university sort of the next day. I don't know why I say that. She's not listening now. We never went to university on a Tuesday, but like we always come in at 2 hammered and put the TV on, and it'd always be Fist of the North Star. There'd always be an episode of Fist of the North Star on, and it absolutely enthralled me, the manga did, just because of 1, how brutal it was, 2, how cool Kenshiro was, but just 3 as well, how unfair it was. I embrace how unfair Kenshiro is as a kind of hero, really. I love the fact that everything he does is just so ridiculously cool, and yet unbelievably like it's just not, do you know what I mean, unsporting. Like when he fights what's his name? When he fights the colonel. Well, the colonel's on this, like, or is it when he fights one of his generals? He rips part of his tash off. Do you know what I mean? There's no need for that. There's no need at all. But yeah, Kenshiro is so super cool. And if I was ever going to design another One Credit Classic shirt, I'd do one with the 7 scars kind of design. I'd do like a black one or a white one maybe with like 7 black kind of scars on it. I think that'd look cool. The old man with 7 scars thing. But anyhow, that's another topic for another day. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to do a really cool 1 credit clear on Fist of the North Star Hokuto no Ken on the Sega Mark III. Let's go, shall we? You're already dead. God, I've wanted to say that for ages. Right, so Southern Cross Town to start with. The enemy grunts here are just called the King's Soldiers, and like at the start of the anime, the first couple of episodes, you've got Ken kind of walking across here, and as he does in the first, I think it's the first 4 episodes, he beats 4 of Shin's henchmen, and he beats Spade, who you fight here with his axes. Now in the actual anime, he kills them all with a savagely brutal death move for each one. It's Fist of the North Star, isn't it? What do you want? But he does Spade, Diamond, Club, and then Heart. Diamond, out of all of them, probably meets the worst end out of any of them, to be honest with you. Well, they all make pretty bad, but he's here with his staff. He catches the now legendary Koshuha Ganken, which for some reason, right, on the English one, was translated to something that sounded like rat's file neck punch. No idea why. Wasn't a punch, wasn't in the neck. But that became a great shout over the years. The old neck punch. Just being hammered and walking up to people. Right. See, that's not too bad here. Now, the thing with him is, right, he's a bit like Vega, and you can go underneath when he does that quite a lot. So, and that punch has got quite a good range, so as long as you kind of back out a little bit. Fuck. No, I got in there. Oh, shit. Never mind. Like I say, you have to do certain things to spawn them, rather than them just appearing like they do in Black Belt. In the anime, he kills Claw in a horrible way. He like knees him in the face and then knees him in the spine, and that the pressure points he hit make his spine contract and kill himself and his heart. Now all they need to do is duck and hammer this, and he'll walk into this. Come on. See, he's not that hard. You just have to hit a certain thingy. You kill him by death by soft strikes in the cartoon. Right. So Shin, You can only do damage when he's attacking. What you got to try and do is get his weak spots that punch. But if you hit the kick, he'll open up to it like that. You see. There we go. So getting the double's kind of the key with him. $100 crack fist to the North Star there. But here's the problem. It was a doll, just like yesteryear. You must save the real yesteryear. I know, right? I got a translation. I can't read that. On to Chapter 2, Godland. We've got kind of the Golan soldiers. This is another bit like... oh, fucking hell. Kicking me straight in the back there. Piss off. Come on. Now, this gets a bit more difficult because as you can see with these, like, these are a bit faster and they jump a bit as well. And you'll find as well, they'll stop, like, outside of range and start throwing attacks. So you've got to really kind of... You've got to control distance a bit better. I want to say there's 2 sub-bosses in this, not thingy. I think there's the captain of the guard and then there's the sergeant guy with the knives. But the more important thing. What you'll notice as well is, if you do a load of... If you kill a load of people without getting hit, you get a bit of energy back. But it's fucking off. It's solid when that starts happening. Come on. Because they all start closing a pissing distance, you see. Get that. Another little thing as well, I haven't done it yet, but I'll try. It's very hard though. If you beat a boss without... Here he is, Captain of the Guard. Piss off. If you beat a boss without getting hit once, you can do a flying kick at the start of the next level and you'll skip the entire level. If you look at speed clears of it, that's all it is, to be honest. It saves, obviously, so much time. You do the whole game in about 5 minutes. Come on, look at that. Hey! Come on. Fuck off. They are hard, these. It's just because they move so fast. Nice. Right, who's next? Oh, it's the fucking fat guy with the knives in it. Looks a bit like a jacked up Windsor Davis. Bless him. Oh, he's dead, isn't he? Fucking hell. God almighty, this fucking... A lot of people have... He's probably been dead for ages, but a lot of people have died since we've been doing this. So it just shows how old I am in terms of, like, none of my references make sense anymore. I'm like, wow, Windsor Davis, yeah, died ages ago. Was in BBC comedies in the late 70s. Like, fucking... Unbelievable. Come on. See, when you get the jumping ones, it's difficult because it's so hard to control the distance because you've got to almost stop and let them kind of come to you. But in doing that, if there's somebody else like walking, also it slows your pursuit through the level. And that's one interesting mechanic with these games. It's like Vigilante. All you really want to do is just run, do you know what I mean? And get to the end of the level. Because you always have those runs where you seem to get through loads quicker than others when all you've done is just fucking sprinted to the end of the level and maybe fought half the people. But realistically, that represents a massive risk, and they're nearly always the ones where you end up getting fucking hit. Right, come on. Come on. Right, here he is. I mean, solid, right? Here is Windsor. Go on. I can't do Windsor Davis. I can't do a Welsh impression, to be honest. I think Windsor Davis at the best of times. Bless him. Come on. Oh, nice. Kick that one out of the friggin' air. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, Windsor absolutely fucking slayed me there. Just need to get to the end of the level. Oh, come on. I can do this. End of the level. There we are. To get to the Colonel. Go on, Colonel. It's fucking boomerangs. Piss off. Don't like getting kicked in the head, the Colonel. I mean, who does, to be honest with you? It's not on my list of fucking favourite things to do. Come on. Come on. There you go. Got a couple of good ones in there. Spamming that head kick. Oh. Come on, one more.
お前はもう死んでいる。
He was already dead. Even more terrifying foes await Kenshiro in the search for his beloved Yuria. Yeah, if you remember Black Belt, he's like a guy with a Mohican. I want to say like a punk rock guy. On to Devil Rebirth. With the members of Jackal's gang. Now this is a shorter level, there's only one sub-boss. A guy called Fox, who jumps around with like spinning kind of claw things. He's kind of like, do you know Big Trouble in Little China? How there's the three storms. He's kind of like, do you know when they all come out in the alleyway? See the spinning thing? It's like lightning does that, doesn't he? Still probably the coolest one for me. Bang. Now this is the one where the boss of this level is. Some of them, the other ones, you can sort of see what they're modeled on. The boss of this level is completely different. Completely different. It's the giant kind of Devil Rebirth. And you can see, like, my sprite's smaller because his is bigger, you see. Where normally you fight that sumo... Oh, piss off. You fight that sumo wrestler. He can kill you just if he lands on you with that jump like it's a one-hit kill. All you need to do is this. Come on. One more, I think he's done. There you go. 7-star points of death. The demon has been destroyed. Next, you must challenge the legend of Cassandra to find Toki. I know, right? I mean, you couldn't move for Toki when I was growing up. It was generally in the chippy. Right, the legacy of Cassandra. This is tough, to be honest with you. If you remember the level on the Black Belt, it's the ninjas this is, and they've all got those friggin' swords. Come on. Now, the deal with these eagles is, right, it's not worth killing him. Because you have to jump and time it right to kill him. For the fragment of energy they do, you might as well just take the hit. Right, oh, fucking hell, this guy. Fucking luchador in a cape. Jesus Christ almighty. I mean, a cape and a luchador mask and a whip. It's a fucking... It's a bold look, to be honest with you. You look like you've just got booked for a hen do. There you go, done. Come on. And there's quite a few things on this as well. Quite a few sub-bosses on this. You had Uga there, and then you've got like a King's Royal Guards, and... Oh, fucking hell, it's a nightmare. Like the two guys with the... Here they are. Fucking hell. These are tough. Just for the shurikens, really. Come on, see, I got it there. Kick that one out there. Fucking hell, effort. I don't like this. Oh, there's one done. Oh, shit. Can I kill him? That's the big one. Nice, nice, nice. Come on. Let's get to the end of this level. Nice, this is fucking dead straightforward. All I've got to do is hang back and fucking just keep hitting him. He'll get into a fucking slugfest here. Do you remember that on the other one? It's exactly the same. And I wondered why he mysteriously fucking walked back and yielded. It's because he gets you down in no energy. But you like thingy him as well. So the next hit'll kill you. But he stops there, you see. Kenshiro has passed the test in the midst of battle. Toki teaches Ken the fist of gentleness. Just sorry. Fucking hell. Right. Final level, Holy Emperor Cross Mausoleum. This is a fucking nightmare. You've literally just got all these, like, these army guards, and then there's, like, I want to say there's three flamethrower troops, like two sides of flamethrower troops, like you probably remember from the other one. It's so hard. You need to kind of... There's a couple you can glitch, but it's like... It's just... This is where you die, to be honest with you. I'm glad we've got this point without dying, because I'm probably going to lose a life or two here. But I mean, it's... You continue. If I kill one of them, it'll take me back to the next point after that one, do you know what I mean? So... I've played well so far, to be honest with you. We haven't had any fucking slip-ups, have we? Come on. Good thing with this is, like you say, it's timing it really. Right, so I'm going to jump up here. I'm going to try and trap this one. There you go, and punch him. 2, 3, dead. Right. I should be able to get his mate by getting him to jump and try and do the exact same thing. See if I can get him. Solid. Right, now see, that was nice, but because there was a fucking ledge there, it doesn't always work like that. But that's a good way of getting the first one down. Come on. Right. Fucking hell, when they both jump. Things when they both jump, it's very hard not to get in, if you're being honest. Come on. Right, so now there's one of the flamethrower bosses is on platform ledge, and the other one's on one of those things that just looks like the front of a shop that somebody would fall through in a film. Right, so I think it's around here somewhere. Is it this one or the next? Yeah, you see, it's stopped, you see. But it's a bit... Oh, fucking hell. Get down here, you dick. Right. Fucking hell, I don't... I might struggle here. Tits. Need to get him. Fucking hell, the other one. Yeah, I'm going to struggle here. Look, as long as we... Yeah, I see. I probably will die here. But it doesn't matter, because we've got that fucking... We'll only go back to the other bit if we do. We've got 2 of them down, which is a good result. And we've still got quite a few lives. You get 1 on 100,000 and 1 on 300,000, I think. He's in that neighbourhood anyway. We kill a few people without getting hit as well. We get a bit of energy back. Oh, fuck off. Shouldn't even said anything, should I? Right, come on. I mean, do you know what I mean? I couldn't have done anything then. I hate moaning about it. Like, very British, innit? Oh, right in the spine. Still got the 4 lives left. We can do this. We've got full energy now, so we'll just march across and take the last one out. If it started you on the beginning of the level, it'd be an absolute fucking nightmare, wouldn't it? Come on. See, it's like you want to get there, but you don't. Oh, fuck off. Come on. Keep going, keep going. You probably see us there, we got a little bit of energy back then. Come on. Right. Shit. See if I can... I mean, I've killed him, but he's hit me 4 times there. That's solid. Nice. Yeah, he's going, he is. Come on. Just south of left. Now, the deal with this one, with beating south there, is what you need to do. Is you just need to attack in a certain order. So you do a flying kick, like with the other one. You do a flying kick to start, and then you do a punch to the body, low punch, then a low kick. Shit. It's a flying kick. You need to get in for a punch to the body. Get a low punch in. Nice. Get a low kick. Oh, shit. And then repeat the loop. Shit. That is. Get a punch in. This stuff. Getting the punch. There you go. Getting a punch in usually the tough one. Ducking punch. Nice. Hang on. Right. There you go. Right. Kick in. That's it. Now we're just going to wait for him to do the jump. Him to do the jump, sorry. There you go. Unnecessary, to be honest with you there. The battle is drawing close. Drawing close? Oh, close to an end. At last comes the showdown with Rao. Destiny awaits you. Right. Rao, the King of Fist. Jesus Christ almighty. Very hard. Very, very hard. He just does a shitload of damage. Your best attack is that punch off a jump, right? And then you need to get a punch in when it's shit. See, do you know what I mean? Like, come on, we're doing alright here. No, back up, back up. Just the wrong, an inch the wrong way, and you're absolutely frigged. We're doing well here, though. Very well. Fucking hell, that hit. And that did. You can't let him corner trap you though, that's the other problem. Right, you can't need much more here. Shit, fuck hell, it's rubbish. Distance was all off. There you go, this is it now. This is it. I just need to hit him once standing. Just once. Come here. Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Come on. Well, I've got 3 lives. Yes, that's fucking doable, easy. I would have done it then if I would have just executed right. Fuck, really? Fuck off. Fuck's sake, this is tense. I'm still doing alright. It's just, the problem with him is, right, you can kind of combo it's fucking like that. Do you know what I mean? And then he closes the distance. Done. Kicked me in the balls twice. Fucking hell. Right then, dickhead. Me and you. Come on, jump in. You know you want to. Or maybe... Oh, shit. Come on. Yep. And again. Come on. Come on. See what shit. Calm down, calm down. Nice. Oh, fucking hell. See, he hit me twice then off that one attack. It's done like 25% of my bar. He doesn't have to hit you a lot, he doesn't. Fuck off. He's one hit here. Come on. Oh, come on. Right, well, I better do it this time. I know I'm missing. Fucking hell. I'm missing a bit of drum and bass here. See if I got dub some over in the edit. Sake. This is too close, this is. Problem is, he doesn't need a lot, does he? Right. One. Right, one. I've got to punch him once and he's done. Fucking hell. Get that! And that, my good friends, is Fist of the North Star. 1 credit as advertised. Holy shit. Take your time next time. I have no regrets for the life I have lived. Fair enough. I mean, as I said on Black Belt, it is a bit Judd Nelson, that is, isn't it? I mean, the doll looked completely different. Ken embraces Yuria, not knowing how much time they have. They shall spend the days living in peace. Is that it? Or amazing. So, got our girlfriend back and only had to slaughter a lot of people. Most of them really painfully, to be honest with you. There's very few people who got off lightly there. Do you know what I mean? Everybody we hit died. Do you know what I mean? Nobody really got away with it, did they? Shin didn't explode, but he didn't look well. I gave him the 100. I gave him the 100 crack fist. I mean, he's probably not on the top of his frigging game, is he? If you're being honest. And that's that, my friends. What a crazy year. What a crazy little clear that was. Fun, right? Check this out. If you've got a regular Master System emulator, I just used Kega Fusion to play this. It'll play all the Mark III stuff. So if you can find the ROM anywhere, if you just put Hokuto no Ken SMS in or something like that, then you'll find that. God, he's getting rinsed here anyway by the Colonel. But yeah, so if you find that, it'll play it. Do you know what I mean? There's a Taiwanese version, but the last boss, Rao, is all glitchy. And there's also an English translation as well. I watched somebody play the English translation to get the translations, which is how this has worked. But yeah, that's that. Fist of the North Star. Cracking, right? I'm going to go and have a bit of dinner, probably. Let's be honest, I am very hungry. Finish this tea, eat a bit of toast. I'll see you good Patreon faithful on Saturday for Super Mario Kart. Check out all the links. Check out, the get on Lost Arcade, buy some t-shirts. He's got new designs going up all the time, and they're all mint, which is good. Get on Amazon as well, get shopping there, because they've got a load of good stuff on the sale there at the moment. She's trying to kick shit in the head about 5 times. Get yourself on Amazon. Do you know what I mean? All the good stuff that you people do. Check out Patreon if you haven't already. Just tell people what we do, because I say we all the time. Right, here's the thing. Right, people say you guys when they talk about this channel, and it's only me. But I say we when I talk about this channel because it's me and all you lot, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like when Thingy started, when Metallica started. What fucking song did they play? Was it Whiplash when they say we are Metallica, like to the crowd as well as them? It's that kind of thing. Like, we're all a part of this, right? We're all a part of One Credit Classics, and that's the whole point. It might be me who puts these videos out, but they're nothing without you, and you're like the most important part of putting these together. So I'm glad you good people really enjoyed these, and I hope that in the upcoming weeks we can just keep doing this. I will try. I'm not going to say like I had this thing about I wouldn't have time to learn as many new games again, but I just keep like finding simple games and fun games, and I keep getting good at games. And do you know what I mean? Like, I might put a few disclaimer. There might be a few long plays in here, but while I've still got games to 1 credit, we'll still 1 credit shit. All right. Jobs are good. And right, my good friends, have a lovely day. Take good care of yourselves. Keep out the rain, and I will see you good people Saturday if you're on Patreon, or next Wednesday if you are not, for another episode of One Credit Classics. Take care.